The great spiritual writers have a field day with this gospel, which is probably the best in Mark's whole series that we'll get all year. Yet you have to understand, to the Jewish mind then, and I would suspect today, riches were the sure sign that you're going to heaven. The rich person was thought as blessed by God. You're going to go to heaven if you're rich. You must be a good man, a good Jew. And Jesus comes on and says, that guy's not going to go to heaven. The exact opposite of what they have been led to think, and perhaps still think today. I would imagine they do. And they tell us that the man was probably not only rich, but young. Now, he says, from my youth, I meant like since I was a kid, but he would have to have been young, because he was able to run, and he was able to kneel down. I can't do either one anymore, and neither can most of you. But that's part of the insight of the gospel, is that he was both rich and young. And that's a very interesting combination, because when you're rich and young, you're likely, and there are too many of us in this building right now who are rich and young, you begin to think, I suppose, when you're young and rich, that you can buy the really important things. Love, health. You probably begin to assume that you can make those things permanent. You're always going, you got money, you can buy what you want. You probably begin to assume that you are permanent. Because when you're young and you got it all together, that's a pretty good life. Maybe I can buy my way to heaven. I'm young and rich. Those of you who are there at the wildly entertaining night of reflection the other night, I used this book from a great writer. The book is called Undercurrents. You can look at it. It's a psychotherapist who made a fortune. Good for her. And she says, lately though, I realized that the waves are rolling in, and the castles I built will never be the same. The past few years challenged the assumptions I held about myself when I was young. Sandcastles I spent a lot of time planning and building fell hard with just a couple of waves. I was attached to those castles. I thought they were permanent. I worked hard to build them. And when they were dashed, I felt like I had been left with nothing. I worked so hard to create the foundation of a good life. I worked hard, I worked fast, always trying to accomplish more than one thing at a time. Going to college, getting married, having a baby, while getting a doctorate. Moving my husband and toddler to Harvard for postgraduate work to enhance my curriculum vitae. I thought achievement was the express route to happiness, and that competence guaranteed happiness. I erected a monument to industry and effort, but they were only made of sand. And they fell apart. And don't they always, or often? You think you can make them permanent when you're young and rich. And the wave comes in and blows it away. And you realize it wasn't the sandcastle that was important, it was the building of the sandcastle that was important. The thing you thought permanent, the wave comes in. The joy is in the living, in finding God in everyday life, not the things you build. They go, I go. I'm not permanent. The joy is in finding God in everyday life. But the young and the rich might think otherwise. Now, nobody wants to be poor, and I don't want anyone to be homeless. The attitude is called detachment. Detachment. We all know about an attachment with an email. It's detachment. It's good to possess things, but don't let them possess you. And they often do, especially when you're young. You think they're important. You're important. God is important. You don't see many young people in church, but they'll catch on. Life has a way of being a very good teacher. It's called detachment. Own it, but don't let it own you. Once there was a beggar who was walking through town, and he stopped at homes trying to beg money. That's what they do. And the one lady offered him $2. And he took it, and he noticed that she had a pearl necklace on worth many dollars. And he said, could I have your pearl necklace? It looks very... And she took it off without a moment's hesitation and gave it to him. A couple of days later, he came back to the same house. He knew her things were good. And he knocked on the door and she answered. She's thinking, what does he want now? And he said, what I want is the detachment you had to give me that pearl necklace without a second thought. That's what I want from you. You have something precious. You just gave it away. Many of us in this building right now like to be a little bit younger. And some of us a little bit richer. That's natural. We all wish to be a little bit holier, a little bit happier. Possessions will not give us that. God will. Possessions can't. Let us stand, my friends, and profess our faith in Almighty